Good morning. Good morning, one and all. I am happy to see you here. Unity is a positive path for spiritual living. We are a global, inclusive community, and we offer practical, uplifting resources to help people of all faiths in applying positive principles. The Fillmores did not intend to start a church. They intended to have a learning center so that we can all learn how to do life better. Unity has 5 principles. This is the first one. Let's repeat this together, please. There is only one presence and one power, active as the universe, and in my life, God, all good. We are here Sunday 14th. Sandy is our wonderful musician. She picked out the songs. I just love how the songs so often go hand in hand with the message, with very little effort on my part. And we're also grateful for everyone who is assisting in the kitchen today, who has helped make coffee. We're grateful for our administrative assistant, and we're grateful for the people watching online. So if everybody could be sure to invite your phones into the silence. So this talk is starting off a class series that will be held Wednesday mornings. There's information about the class in the back. We're basing the class on a book that was written in 1936 by Charles Fillmore. And today I'd like to share his ideas about prosperity. Anyone here want to experience a deeper connection to God? So you want to go along and see what Papa Charlie has to say? Full disclosure, the book has archaic language and pseudo-scientific jargon, supermind, ethers, cosmic ray. Wade through it. Most of the ideas presented here have been taken from the foreword only. And I'm still practicing everything I'm talking about today. So George Bernard Shaw warned against becoming a feverish, selfish little clod of ailments and grievances, complaining the world will not devote itself to making you happy. Many of us haven't listened. In Luke 12:32, Jesus speaks to his followers, and he says, "Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom." And when we hear that, we tell ourselves, yeah, God didn't give me the kingdom, did he? That guy got that. I only got this. She's beautiful. My nose is too big. I'd have gotten that promotion if it wasn't for insert rationale here. And that jerk had rich parents. No wonder he's so generous. I could never afford to give like that. Our mind has a tendency to make it a habit of dwelling on the imperfections in life. We divide everything into positive, negative, haves, have-nots. Our contrasting ideas help our brain to comprehend and it's not a bad thing. But exactly what is prosperity? If you're an American, you are one of the most prosperous human beings in the world and in the history of humankind. Half of the world population lives on less than $7 a day. 1 out of 2 people lack safe housing. 10% are in refugee camps. Worldwide, 1/3 of human beings suffer starvation or food insecurity. 1/3 lack services like clean water and waste disposal. Despite all of that, only 6% of we Americans feel optimism. We're in the bottom third of most civilized countries worldwide. What's the matter? When I recognize and give thanks for my dry roof, my full stomach, and plenty of fresh water to drink, that's when I'm beginning to recognize true prosperity. I may have stuff happening in my life, and yet I am so very, very prosperous. It's human nature to make stuff up in our heads and then convince ourselves that it's true. If we're going to make stuff up, let's pivot and make up good stuff. Let's give that the ring of truth. This is what Leddy and Randolph Schmeling believed. In order to make the world better, it is necessary to change the habit of the mind so it begins to dwell more on the divine perfection that waits in potential to be realized. Jesus taught heavens, plural. He described miracles that are always surrounding us. And Fillmore believed that Jesus perceived unseen forces and named them the kingdom of heavens. What prosperity is not is owning things. Myrtle Fillmore said this: true prosperity is not making money or putting out goods or developing property. True prosperity is determining what our individual soul requires. True prosperity is identifying what you need and giving it to yourself. Prosperity is determining what our individual soul requires in order to cause it to unfold more and more of God, and then how to harmonize its expression with the needs of our fellow men so that we are all benefited and inspired to unfold and express more of their spiritual resources. If you want to learn more about this attitude, read Clarissa Pinkola Estes' Soul on Deck. We are made for this time. Soul on deck. Shine your light. We compare ourselves to others and we measure our worth against theirs. Jesus told us, "It is my Father's good pleasure to give me the kingdom." Spirit is pleased to give it to me. Striving for prosperity isn't the answer. Your Father has found pleasure in giving you the kingdom. Will you find pleasure in using it? Or will you make yourself feel bad? Will you let your little itty-bitty committee up here give you bad feedback? It is my Father's good pleasure to give me the kingdom. Lots of people in our society and culture worry over the state of the world, and yet every problem is not a crisis, a plague, an epidemic, or an existential threat. And our negative projections distract and blind us from the daily miracles that surround us. And we can retrain the itty-bitty committee of ditties that are always singing songs of woe and destruction. We don't have to do lions and tigers and bears. We can do love and reason and action. Life is what it is. Change is only transformation. We progress from this now present moment into the next new present moment. It's wise for us to hold our attention on outcomes that serve us and our fellow travelers. It's wise to discard thoughts that do not serve us. Jesus speaks to us. Fear not, little flock. That's prosperity. Fear not. It is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Let's have a little fun enjoying the kingdom. One of my favorite people, Joan Yoakum, loved to quote Sai Baba. And this was one of her favorite quotes. The roots go deep and are out of sight. We don't know really what things mean. We're making things up in our mind that match things that happened to us previously. We're developing contrasts to understand it better. This is the way our human brain works. This is a good thing. This is not a bad thing. And when you are done thinking about the lions and the tigers and the bears, pivot. Pivot. Prosperity is recognizing spiritual substance. There's an inexhaustible, omnipresent substance that underlies the entire world. Whether you call it God, love, Holy Spirit, universal good, Allah, Yahweh, the name doesn't really matter as much as finding a way to cooperate with the natural order of the universe and stop blocking the things that want to express in our life. This is the very first sentence in Charles, in his book. It is perfectly logical to assume that a wise and competent creator would provide for the needs of his creatures in their various stages of growth. A wise and competent creator has provided for my needs. A wise and competent creator has provided for my needs. Does it appear that the universe is fully equipped to function without our intervention. In fact, a lot of times our intervention makes things more complicated. It is your Father's good pleasure. Whatever name you call God, God knows how to support creation. And spiritual substance is what generates all wealth everywhere, and we're surrounded by spiritual substance. Look around. You drove in a car to get here. Representation of spiritual substance, rich prosperity. Somebody had that fabulous idea of inventing the wheels, and this is where we are. Here we are. Is it a positive thing? We can think of it in that way. Spiritual substance cannot be depleted. It's not affected by our negative talk. We're affected by our negative talk. It's always unfailing, always ready to give, because giving is its nature. Fear not, little flock, it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. The very last sentence of the foreword, what we need to realize above all else is that God has provided for the most minute needs of our daily life, and that if we lack anything, it is because we have not used our mind in making the right contact with the supermind and the cosmic ray that automatically flows from it. It is my Father's good pleasure to give me the kingdom always, and I'm surrounded by the kingdom at all times. But how does spiritual substance turn into form? How does it become form? It has to start here. We have to come up with an idea first. Imagine a tall building without any architectural plans. And what happens when you start off on a cross-country trip without a map or GPS? First, in the mind, Job knew this. Thou shalt decree a thing, and it shall be established unto thee. And when we repeat things like, I'm not well off, I don't have enough, what we're doing is reinforcing, we're moving away from spiritual substance. We're not recognizing the spiritual substance that surrounds us. And we're always moving spiritual substance with our thoughts. We increase or diminish the activity, not spiritual substance. Our use of spiritual substance is what is increased or decreased with every thought and every word. We plant seeds. We plant seeds of complaint. We plant seeds of resentment. We plant seeds of lack. Is that the kind of harvest that you want to get? Whatever you plant, you're going to get the harvest back. Spiritual substance. The manifestation that results from our thought and word will conform to whatever our thought was. For many, many years, our affirmation, we'll leave this up, our affirmation here at the church was, and I have to read it because I'm really resistant to it, I have a lavish, steady, dependable income consistent with integrity and mutual benefit. And I confess that I came to dislike this after I took classes at the village to become a licensed Unity teacher. And the reason that I resisted is because I believe that my lavish, steady income is consistent with spiritual substance. I don't think my well-being is consistent with some mutual benefit or any perceived measure of integrity, because these are human ideas. And we want to think only good people deserve prosperity. But I believe the universe doesn't really care about self-imposed ideas like integrity and mutual benefit. We've already been hugely blessed to land here in the good old USA. I don't know about you, but I didn't do anything to deserve all the good that has happened to me. I don't know why I have the things that I have, and there are human beings who don't have food and water and shelter. But I'm not here to influence what happens out there. I'm here to influence what happens in here, to change what happens in here. And so I began to say, I have a lavish, steady, dependable income, period, end of sentence. If we freely received, we must also freely give. No points are given or taken away if you don't tithe. And you don't get any bonuses for tithing the correct way. There is no correct way to tithe. You are always tithing with every step you take, every breath you breathe, and every thought you think. You are tithing. What are you tithing to? We can tithe our money, of course. That's always universally appreciated. But cash is only a physical representation of spiritual substance. Thousands of years ago, people used seashells. It's all a representation of our life energy, how we appropriate and use the spiritual substance that surrounds us. So we can tithe our money. We can also tithe our time. And our community is kept prosperous because of all the people who donate their time. And even our paid staff donate their time over and above their pay grade. We can also tithe our talent. And every single person here has plenty of talent. And tithing our time and our talent and our treasure is what we do moment by moment. We are tithing back to spiritual substance. You can give any way you like. Just be aware that you're always giving, always tithing, and always planting seeds, as it were. We assume that we know what something means, and we could be right. What if we're wrong? One of the things that helped me get in touch with my prosperity was to stop catastrophizing, to stop thinking lions and tigers and bears, oh, why? And look for ways that it needed my tweaking, my intervention, my fixing. I'm in recovery for that. So let's stop catastrophizing about what is happening in our lives, in the state, in our country, and in the world. There has always been stuff going on. What are you tithing your energy to? I want to tithe my energy to good thoughts, to kindness, to supporting people. I want to increase the activity of substance in my life. And the easiest way to increase the substance is to see it. I don't have more than anybody in this room. Practice seeing your prosperity. So settle into your seats. If it's comfortable for you, close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Recognize that you're in a body. Wiggle your toes. Turn your head. Recognize you're here now. There is only one presence and one power, active as the universe and in my life, God the good. Our essence is of God, therefore we are inherently good. We are co-creators with God, creating our inner reality through thoughts held in mind, through prayer and meditation. We align our heart-mind with God. Through these thoughts and our words and actions, we live the truth we know. Galatians 5, verse 9 reads, "A little leaven leaveneth the whole lump." Think of yourself as yeast. Are you the leaven that will affect the whole lump? Every life, even one, that bears witness to the truth of prosperity will quicken the consciousness of the community. Wherever you are, whatever your immediate need, you have the ability to demonstrate the law. If your thoughts are confused, become still and know. Be still and know that you are one with spiritual substance and with the law of its manifestation. Think with conviction. I am strong, immovable spirit substance. I have unbounded faith in my all-present spiritual substance, increasing and multiplying. I will be the leaven. I will keep spiritual substance going. confident in my understanding. I know spiritual substance is unlimited and always right at hand. I am standing on holy ground. Spiritual substance surrounds me, fills me. I am confident in my understanding. My supply of good is unlimited. My supply of love is unlimited. Life is everywhere present. I look around. I see my blessings. I recognize the unlimited prosperity. I am so grateful. I give thanks, and so it is. Amen. Now is the time when we share our offerings with the church community. Please, let's repeat this together. Our love offering. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have stored up, all that I have planted, and all that I have harvested. Freely I will harvest, and freely I sow. I am grateful. Little change on those words. We are harvesting our previous thoughts. Yes. We have a number of announcements that I want to go over before we join together and sing the peace song. This is a brief synopsis of the class that will be starting Wednesday at 10. Oh, I'm sorry. 11. We're starting at 11. I would have been here an hour early. So that's one thing that's going on. We also have a movie matinee that is starting up. This coming Saturday will be the first one.
No, it's the last Saturday.
Oh, the last Saturday. I'm sorry. Yes. The movie is The Ultimate Gift. We'll have a potluck lunch at the same time. Barbati has joined our community, and she does drum treatments that are very, very moving and strong. And she does them here, and there's a love offering, and that's her number if you'd like to schedule it. It's also in the newsletter. And if you are not getting the newsletter, please sign up at the open window in the hallway, and we'll get you on the mailing list. Fall Flourishing. We have a lot of stuff coming up. October 4th, there's going to be a Death Cafe discussion that's being run by Diana Chalmers. On the 18th, there's a walking meditation, earthing workshop. The 25th, we're having another metaphysical movie, and we're having a healing circle on the 26th. So stay in contact with us, and we'll look forward to seeing you at those events. Let's join in a circle. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, it was meant to be, with God as creator, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. Now! With every step I take, let this be my joyful vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. And together, let's say the prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Amen.